All right guys, another penetration test. I've spent a good bit of time testing a real heavy arrow versus a moderate weight arrow, but now I'm kind of shifting that. We're going to try an extremely light, fast arrow versus a moderate weight arrow. I've got two prime bows here. I've got my bow from last year, the RVX, and then I've got the new form. They've got the same cam system. The old bow is set at 73 pounds, shooting this RIP TKO at 280 feet per second. And the all-in arrow weight, the total arrow weight is 470 grains versus the form set at 68 pounds, so 5 pounds of weight lighter, shooting a 370 grain total arrow weight, so that's 100 grains lighter, going 310 feet per second, so that's 30 feet per second faster. So we're going to take these out and shoot 3 shots into our mold that is a really good medium to test penetration in, and we'll see what the results are. So we're going to go back to the back of the shop here, shoot these arrows, and see what we get. All right, first up will be the 370 grain ultra light arrow, total arrow weight 370 grains. Excuse my draw cycle, I worked out this morning, so it's going to be a little bit shaky. She is screaming. 310 feet per second. All right, now the 73 pound bow with the 470 grain arrow. Can already tell, I think. Let's go check them out. All right, if we're running a standard here, the 370 grain arrow, you got 2 of them buried inside the fletchings, 1 of them outside, and then with the 470 grain arrow you've got 2 sticking out and 1 that's buried a little bit into the fletching. So the overall average would be the 366 or the 370 grain arrow at 310 feet per second. So we're going to do some more testing on this, but right now is showing that the 370 grain arrow flying at 310 feet per second is out penetrating the heavier arrow with more bow weight. So pretty interesting test. We'll do some more and get a full report. All right, I thought real quick I'd explain our mold. We did another video last year that completely defines it, but we've got cowhide, and then we've got slat board, and we've got a little bit of foam insulation. Then inside of this is gelatin. It's actually Jello, and then on the outside it's the exact same as the front. So it's 18 inches wide, about the width of a big whitetail. You've got something that replicates the hide, the muscle, and the bones, like rib bones and scapula. No, it's not an animal. I completely get that, but this is a very consistent median that is very similar. So it gives us a good standard and baseline to go with. So I really like this mold. It makes a lot of sense to me, and it's worked good over the years testing stuff to get a baseline. Now we'll take what we've learned here over to Africa in July and shoot a bunch of animals with it and see if what we came up with here actually performs as well on animals.